Hello collectors and welcome to my review of the SH Figuarts Frieza Final Form. Though small, Frieza is very powerful. But does he transition well into the SH Figuarts format? Well, let's take a look and see whether or not he's worth adding into your collection. Unsurprisingly, Frieza looks absolutely great. The quality of the sculpt overall shows off his muscle very well. And the little indentations everywhere show wonderfully. The purple used is a nice, shiny metallic paint which is stunning in the right light. And the small paint applications, like on the nails and to highlight small grooves on Frieza, is an amazing touch. You can see the fantastic paint applications on the head here, around the mouth, the eyes, it's all great. Frieza also has a well-defined torso. You can see all the grooves for the muscles and the very, very subtle paint applications to bring out all of the high points on him. The legs are great too. Lots of sculpt details present. A complaint that I and other collectors have is the fact the shoulder joints, they're white, as you can see here, which is a bit of an eyesore when looking at the shoulder. To some, though, it just simply might not matter at all. On mine, though, there is this small paint chip which looks to be the result of moving the figure while the paint was still drying. It sucks, but such is life, I guess. Once all is said and done, Frieza looks fantastic. If you want a Frieza action figure, which looks great, the Figuarts is the way to go. As you should already be aware, the SH Figuarts line is definitely known for the details that are put into the figures, whether it's the sculpt or the paint. But another aspect that's so awesome about the SH Figuarts line is the articulation. And by God, Frieza is probably one of my favorite articulated figures. Overall, the articulation, it's just mind-blowingly awesome. So to begin, Frieza's head is attached to his neck on a ball joint, so you can move it around as much as you please. And then inside of the actual neck, as I'll show you here, there is a swivel joint, which allows Frieza's head to move forward and back even more, and you can spin it around if you want, so this way you can change the degree of motion, which is pretty sweet. Now Frieza's neck is actually attached to the body, also on a ball joint. You can see it moving around at the base there, which is pretty sweet. Frieza's shoulders are attached to the body on a ball joint, so you can get some cool movement there. Nothing's restricted, and the actual shoulder joint itself, the swivel joint there, you can see it working. Allows you to move Frieza's arm up and down, like so. There's a bicep swivel, as you would come to expect. Double shoulder joint, hinge, so you have 2 points of articulation there. And Frieza's hand is attached on a ball joint, and a double swivel there, so this way you can get tons of movement out of the wrist and the hand area. Now this purple plate here on Frieza's chest is articulated. It's on a ball joint. You can sort of see it moving around there. And the reason for this is that this torso joint here is on a ball joint, and that does not restrict the articulation at all. So Frieza is free to move around. Now at the waist, Frieza has a ball joint, so you can get lots of wacky movement there. At the hips, the thighs are attached on a ball joint. Pretty cool. And the actual hip itself is using the pull-down style Figuarts joint, so you can move it up and down, as you should so wish. Double knee joint, hinge there. As you can see, the foot fell off, but it is the typical Figuarts style ankle joint, so you can get the ankle rocker motion because it's on a swivel, and it moves forward and back. And Frieza's tail is attached on a similar style double swivel joint, as you're so used to. Some like to refer to it as a ball hinge, I guess. So you can get some pretty decent movement out of there. Unfortunately, the way that it's sculpted, you're going to get some points of articulation blocked, depending on how you want to display it, but overall the range is pretty fantastic. Overall, Frieza's articulation is amazing. I just can't stop fiddling around with it. If you can think of a pose, chances are you're going to be able to get Frieza in it. So if you're looking for a Frieza action figure, this is the one you want to pick up. When it comes to accessories, the SH Figuarts Frieza is loaded. First up, Frieza comes with some different heads. You have this one where he's in pain, and the other one, which is an angry scream. And switching out these heads, it's pretty easy to do. All you have to do is grab Frieza's head attached to his body and pop it off, like so. And you have the ball joint here. Line it up with the alternate head. And pop it on, like so. Very easy. Frieza also comes with this crossed arm accessory piece. Very easy to attach too. To attach the crossed folded arm accessory, all you have to do is simply pop the default arms of Frieza off right at the bicep, like so. And then line it up. And voila, Frieza has crossed arms. Along with the fists, Frieza comes with a lot of different hand accessories. You have splayed out hands, you have sort of loose hands, you have hands with the finger outstretched for both the death beam and one for the death ball. And swapping them out, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is grab the current hand attached to Frieza, work it slowly, and pop it off. Then, take the hand of your choice, and just simply pop it on. May fight you just a little bit, but eventually you'll get it. To go along with those extra hands, Frieza also comes with extra feet, as you can see here. There's one pair which is sort of loose, so this way you can display Frieza floating in the air or something, and then you get another special set with little holes sculpted into them so you can support him on his rock accessory. Swapping out the feet is pretty easy to do. All you have to do is grab them, fiddle with them a little bit, and they'll pop out. And then you take your new foot and just pop it in, like so. Next up is that rock accessory I was telling you about. You can see here, it's a nice base. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. You can see that there are sculpt points on the rock, so this way you can put Frieza's feet on. In doing so, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is simply line up the feet on the rock, like so. And now Frieza is standing on the rock. But wait, there's more. Frieza comes with a basic Stage Act 4 display stand, and this has many uses. One, as I showed you earlier, you can use it to display Frieza flying, but the other one is for an effect part. And that effect part is the infamous Death Beam. It's made of a translucent clear plastic with some white airbrushing here, as you can see, and the actual ball here, where Frieza's finger would go, shooting out like this, it's made of a very soft plastic, very squishy. And displaying Frieza using the Death Beam, it's relatively easy, but for me, it's a little bit difficult. Maybe it's due to mold issues, but whatever. So, at the tip of the Death Beam, you have this little hole, which plugs into the Stage Act 4 arm tip here. And it's supposed to go in easy, and it's supposed to stick, but as you can see, it likes to pop out very, very easily. And what the plan is you just line the beam up with Frieza's fingertip. So this way you have him shooting it out, which is pretty neat. But there is even another effect part. Frieza also comes with a death ball. It's clear, it's pink, it's pretty squishy, and there is a hole on the bottom of the death ball. So this way you can actually display Frieza using it. To display Frieza actually charging up and using the death ball, you get this accessory part here, which has this little clip which goes around Frieza's wrist, and this little ball here which plugs into the death ball. So what you do is you take the death ball and you plug it on top of the accessory. And then you simply wrap it around Frieza's wrist, like so. And then you get Frieza charging up the death ball. But let's say you want to show Frieza shooting and firing off the death ball. Well, you have an option to do that. Remember the Stage Act 4 arm? Well, easily enough. All you have to do, take the same hole that you plug that accessory into, plug it into the Stage Act 4 arm part. And you don't need this accessory anymore. And then you can show Frieza firing off the death ball. There's one last accessory though. Frieza comes with a tail you see attached, but he also comes with a longer tail. which has a curl at the end, and this is there so you can display Frieza choking out another character if you should so wish, or if you just want Frieza to have a longer tail. But there's also another gimmick here, and it pops off at the midpoint. So this way you can display Frieza with a severed tail. Swapping out tails is pretty easy, because you just grab at the base and pull the tail off, and you can pop a new tail on. Like that. So when it's all said and done, Frieza comes with some pretty sweet accessories. Lots of different display options, and if you get creative, you can have one ultimate Frieza display. So you've been hearing me comment about Frieza's size throughout the review. So exactly how big is Frieza? Here's Frieza next to some of the Digimon D arts. Here's Frieza next to the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2011 release and the NECA Godzilla 2014. Here's Frieza with some Power Rangers SH Figuarts. And finally, here's the Figuarts Frieza alongside the SH Figuarts Perfect Cell. So as you can see, Frieza is definitely on the smaller end of the sizing scale, but fortunately it is a fantastic package. So, buy Frieza now, skip it, or wait for a sale. Frieza's sculpt is excellent, and the paint application is great too. Upon further inspection, though, I noticed the purple on all of the heads is different from the body, and again, the white shoulder joints look a bit off to me. But aside from that, it's a damn near perfect figure in the looks department. Articulation's perfect. Nothing more can be said aside from that. Frieza can move till your heart's content. Accessory count? Great. Amazing. Overall, Frieza is a fantastic figure, and it's a great purchase. Sure, the aftermarket prices are getting crazy, but he's an amazing little bundle of joy. Get him before the price goes way too high.